Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Right on time. Makes us very happy to see your smiling faces this morning. Day 3 of our training. We have lots of activities planned for you today. Clap if you like activities. All right, okay, good. Just checking. So we will be continuing to explore some topics from yesterday, but moving into some new topics today as well. You don't have an additional handout for today because most of what we're doing is activity-based, so you may want to just get out your own paper for notes. But first, who yesterday asked for more sense of humor? Raise your hand. Who was it? Who was it? Somebody asked for more. Okay, he admits it. I did something for you. Yes, I did something for you. So this morning we're going to start with sea learning jokes. Sea learning jokes. So these are jokes. I think they translate, but I think we might need, some additional translation sometimes. Okay, so this is, your job is to figure out which topic from sea learning the joke relates to. Okay? So this is going to relate to some sea learning topic. Are you ready? A hacker broke into our computer system and in a random act of kindness organized all of our files. A compassionate hacker. Does it work? Yes? Okay. We got some giggles out of that one. All right, let's see if... Usually a hacker ruins your computer, right? All right, so what topic is this about? Kindness, compassion? Okay, great. Here's the next one. There's no one who understands me. Sorry, I have no idea what you mean. What topic do you think this relates to? Mindful listening, yes. What else? Say it again. Self-awareness, good. Anything else? Yeah, maybe lack of empathy? Yeah. I really like that one. Right? I know. If you feel like there would be something that would help it, just jump in. Okay. I got the test results back from your doctor. You are not hearing impaired. You are listening impaired. Yes. Good. Mindful listening. Stress relief techniques include meditation, slow breathing, and visualization of chocolate bars.
Is that true?
It is true. Somebody said it up here. What topic is it? Resourcing. And what? Sensation. And sensation. Good. 2 of them. Resourcing and sensation. Exactly. Okay. Here's the next one. You know Baby Yoda? Did anyone see the movie? I didn't see it, but I know a lot of people saw Baby Yoda. You may call it coffee. I call it my emotional support beverage. What topic is this one? Resourcing. Good. Say we could just teach you through jokes. Why don't we do the rest of the day? Just cartoons. It's 6 months since I joined the gym and no progress. I'm going there in person tomorrow to find out what's really going on. Do you get that one? Yes. So this one is about applying what we've learned. If we just learn the material but we never apply it, then we won't get the result. So if you join a gym but you never go there, you will not get the result. Yes.
I think this one is related to tracking.
Tracking? How so?
Scanning.
Scanning your body. Yes, no change, no change. You must actually do something to get the change. So that one's very clever as well. Okay, that's the end of our joke session. I tried, right? Good effort?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you. You maybe tonight, if you want to look up cartoons, feel free to, bring them in tomorrow. We can see if maybe we find some other ones that are funny. Of course, there's plenty to find online. So, all right, excellent. That one we're not going to watch because, or actually, I think I did get this to work. Let me see if I can play this short video for you as well. Yes, this is one more related topic to sea learning. Okay. Okay, did anyone feel a desire to laugh or smile? Were any of you smiling and laughing? Great. So what topic does this relate to? Geshe-la taught about it yesterday. He gave a very good description of this. It's a certain kind of empathy. This one is affective empathy, when we catch the emotion of somebody else. So the baby is laughing. You probably don't think ripping paper is funny. You don't think it's not particularly funny, but the baby is really enjoying it. So when we see the baby enjoying it and laughing and we hear them laughing, then we also smile and laugh. We're laughing at the laughter. We're catching the emotion of the baby. That's what affective empathy is. That's our biological connection with other people that allows us to connect that way very naturally. Okay? That's it. It's the morning. So, I have one warm-up activity, but we can go into one warm-up. Okay. One warm-up activity here. Okay. So, this is our warm-up for the day. Is find a new partner, and your job is to find out 5 things you have in common with your partner that you cannot tell by looking at your partner. So if you both have the same eye color or hair color, you can't use that as an example. It has to be something you can't see. And I'll give you about 7 minutes. We'll see. You probably can do it faster. Yes.
To make sure it's not just looking at, right? By talking to them, what did they find?
Oh, yes. So you're finding out by discussing with your partner what things you have in common, not just looking at them, right? Just discussing with your partner. Okay. Do you want to explain?
Robot any robot can you barrel Tumungi chair lagorwa? Any Karudo. That the day Tumungi chair the Miki Chilon Tower that the Nini can you chico dos lani Tonga Tongegone that Shentuya Dima Imbache. Ra Penang Nitra Chico dos Lavaina, did Miss Yutane Tonto Echra. The day my imbachine, Pension to Durchin any Tumung Yindigangi, that Chunga Musongware. Kensa, Chikba Imba, that's so that Rogani Baral, Chikba Yoyagi, Karzore, Ngobonga, and in chair, that cages and enda. Kensa.
Great. Okay, so go ahead and find a new partner and start having a conversation with them. Okay, stay with your partner. Stay with your partner. Stay with your partner. Now, you will choose one thing that you learned that you'll tell the whole group. But we're only going to share briefly, like I would say, we both learned we have a sister. That's the length of the share, very brief. So choose one thing with your partner that you have in common that you will share with the whole group. I'll give you a moment. Okay, are you ready? Okay, we'll start right here.
Both of us love early mornings, so early morning is a kind of resource for us.
Wonderful, great. How about pass it right here?
Both of us 5 common things we share.
One thing.
And the one thing is that both of us like too much tea.
Too much tea. Okay, thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Morning. Oh, hold on a minute. Will you pause? Would everyone please stop talking if you're not sharing right now? We're going to do mindful listening. Okay, so mindful listening means listening to who's speaking. So we're going to listen as we go around. Thank you. That's much better.
Thank you. Kishe Gelegla. Both of us, the one common thing is, which one? Reading books.
Reading books.
Yeah, reading books.
Great.
Yeah, we
Thank
both
you.
are very fond of reading books.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can share it, pass it here.
One common thing between us is we both are fun-loving people.
Great. Did
Yeah.
you enjoy my jokes then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I think one common thing that between us is traveling. I mean, we both love to travel and to explore new places. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Hello. Between Gila and me, common thing is listening, music, and
Listening
playing
music
instrument.
and playing instrument. Wonderful. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
So when we were having this discussion regarding our common interests, so when we were into that mindful dialogues or discussion, although like we are from very different place, but when we were discussing, we come to know that we both born in the same place.
Oh,
So
wow.
like in the same place. Like I born in Ravangla, and he also born in Ravangla. So that's a common between him and me.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, good morning to all.
Morning.
Between us, there is a very common thing that we both love to go for to watching movie, but especially historical movies and some movies of social values, such as right now we have Chapak movie. So such kind of movies we like both. Thank you.
Thank you.
One common thing between me and Gela is we love to spend time with friends.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm going back.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Between Geshitu and me, we have found that we both love sweet tea.
Love sweet
tea, yeah.
Nice. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Dessert. Sweet.
Between Madam and
Sweet.
I, the thing that we have in common, it may not seem very prominent, but it's that we both are very short-tempered.
You both are?
Very short-tempered.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So me and Geshe-la, the common thing is we are playing different kind of games, like football and basketballs.
Great, thank you.
Good morning, all.
Morning.
Making fun and jokes are the common between us.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
소망으로들래 결람살라다가니 바르기 두몽의 계절 갈둘라면나 지 로야다 티헬라 거위어디 가니 바르기 두몽의 계절도 뜻이.
Thank you.
Both of us like.
Yeah.
Both of us like to read and also to write.
Thank you.
Good morning to all.
Good morning.
Interestingly, it is found that both of us are interested in learning foreign language, especially Spanish.
Me too. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, I think we got everyone over here. So.
nga delicious da gela ngani gasu jiba pe bambudura in ani dinala chi damyodi mi shembala ani roba cha la ani ga de nga jiba sha shay.
What was that one? Laughing? Happy? Okay. Thank you. Helping people. Yeah. Who else? Over here? Yeah. This side? Okay, great.
Somalang haro delicious down. Tanda yelangani gashichi amombu chidura inal tinalo la tanda kela na besun sanjo na kashi trosun tisun zang ngani gitanda ti gaya di chetang ge tere seta lel hawro karsa igi trina shia lel hawu yo darwa si igi tusma jandena kale khane shia ro dan ngani chiba tus ro du shi
kan sewa gomas igi trina lel hawu jene shin to dos genganula
이 뒤에 장야들 렐하 시기도스 아니 장 두스 덜로디나 아니 시카와당 아니 뒤에 조바 시야데 아니 간 지바리스스
For us the common thing is we learn mostly by or easily by writing rather than reading.
Thank you.
Okay, between us from the 5 points that we have found common with us, I select exercising as one of the common between us.
Exercise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to share here one simple joke here. Can I do this?
After everyone shares, I'll send it back to you. I want to hear from everyone's pairs first, and then we'll come back to you for the joke. Okay? Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to get partner Gela, who is teaching or related to the WAS subject. That she's a counselor, and among the 5 topics which we discussed, the common things, and we found that Gela is very much fond of football.
Football.
Yeah, sports. So I too love to play all kinds of sports. That's the common thing which we have together.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Gisela and I have a common thing is that, both of us like to traveling so much. And we have been to, we have visited to many countries, and we have the same common thing, and we like traveling so much.
Great.
Second thing is that,
No, one thing.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. That was a good one, though.
Sorry.
That's okay. Who else? One thing? Okay.
There are so many common things between us. One of the common things is we feel sad when we see others suffering. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tomangadle angani karsana ane me sotong soinare chod kan jinare chamale 간드나 간드나 서서게 네클 예비 몇 참아들이 아니 태어나질이 아니 가보죠.
So both of us wherever we go, whoever we are with, we always like to connect with others.
Thank you.
We both love to drawing.
Drawing. Wonderful. Thank you. Does anyone else need to share? Did we get all the partners? Okay, we got all the partners. Thank you for sharing. Would you still like to share your joke?
Yeah, right.
And just to add for the humorous part.
Yes.
I got a simple joke here, which is related, for the classroom as well, between students and teacher. My attitude in exam. They gave me questions I don't know. They gave me questions I don't know. I gave them the answers they don't know.
Very good. That one's funny. Thank you. Okay, great. We'll add it to our joke slides. Okay, so you had the opportunity again just now to participate in an activity to help you get to know someone a little bit better. Is this one that you might use in your classroom? Could you use this? Yes, finding commonalities. Did many of you discover some new commonalities that you have with others that you didn't know before? A bunch of you said you did. So this is a really nice activity to, help you get to know people better and just identify those things that maybe you had no idea that were in common, like growing up in the same area or being from the same village or having a favorite pastime, or even deeper things like we both feel sad when we see people suffering. So it's very interesting.
Can I interrupt one thing?
Yes.
The activity which children introduce me, introduce us, that is, we all are strangers to each other. But in a classroom situation, students are together for the whole year.
Yeah.
So many of the activities which they are quite familiar to each other. They are well known to each other. I don't think that is applicable as interest as we have right now.
Well, I have done this activity with children in a classroom who are together all year, and it's very interesting what things that they come up with. We think children know each other quite well, but a lot of times they know very surface things like maybe sports they play or something like this. But we could always ask them to try to share things that they think they have in common they don't know about yet. With their partner.
Yes, they can share each other, but they are well known to each other because throughout the days they are in the same class. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I understand your statement. I'm suggesting that when you do it with your students, that you ask them to think of new things they don't know about one another. And I've done it with children many times, and they're often surprised about things they discover that they didn't know before. Unless they're having these kinds of conversations regularly, they often know each other. Of course, they know their friends and what they like to do, but there might be some unknown things they can discover. So maybe the challenge in a group like that is to say, let's see if you can come up with 3 new things that you didn't know about already. So you could challenge them to find 3 different new things.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
The interest keeps changing over
That's right,
time.
yes.
So that way, I think we can make classroom interesting because I was also like my interest over the past couple of years have changed. So many times, be it in sports or in food or in the kind of books that I read. So the commonness do change.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Great point, thank you. Okay, well, thank you. So we're getting ready now to jump into our next activity. It will be also very active, so we're going to ask everyone to participate, but first I think we're demonstrating it? Yeah? Want me to do this first?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, sorry. One more thing before we jump in. to the next activity, I wanted to review what we did yesterday for activities. So I also did this yesterday. I reviewed day 1. So now I want to review day 2. So just so you're clear on what activities you can do with your students based on what we did together yesterday. We started with a feeling check-in with a gesture in the morning. Of course, you can do that with your group. I showed you a demonstration of mirroring with Sandhu. Remember we did the mirroring? That's another activity. The who are you? Yeah. We checked back with the group agreements and I asked you to rate on your fingers 1 to 5. So this is self-reflection, right? And then we did some problem solving. Some people made some suggestions, right, of what we could do to improve. One of them was humor, so I tried there. The other suggestion was to create skits or role plays based on different parts of the agreement. Like we will show respect, have children create a skit that shows respect, okay? We defined kindness, compassion, and empathy through looking at research, through brainstorming, looking for and sharing real-life examples, and then also you could always have children find video examples of kindness or read stories to them and have them identify acts of kindness or even write their own stories. So those are some additional ideas. We did resourcing together. At first, we identified resources that those of us have and we shared those with one another. You drew a picture and you discussed that with a partner and then reflected on how that made you feel, how it made your body feel and your emotions. So we used tracking. We practiced shift and stay. And we also did grounding. Remember grounding, contact? I had to do it in the chair. People were sitting and the grounding practice, very good to do with your students. Then we did the help now strategies, all these different ones around the room. And resiliency zone was discussed. So what we didn't do yesterday was an activity around resiliency zone, but I wanted to let you know that in the curriculum, after we teach children about the resiliency zone, the okay zone in the middle, the high, the low, we do some activities to follow up on that topic. So we tell them a story and we have them think about the character in the story and what is making that character go into the high zone or low zone. We also have them reflect on a day, their own day, and have them chart their emotions and sort of chart their day on the resilient zone. So we give them a picture of the resilient zone with the 3 levels, and they can chart out how they're feeling and what makes them go to the high or low, and then identify a resource to get back into their okay zone. So we do some activities on the resilient zone. So that's the review. Do you think it was clear or? Yeah. Okay. All right. The other thing we just wanted to share with you is that, of course, we read your feedback yesterday like we do every day. And we want to give our appreciation for your very clear and honest feedback. It's so helpful to us. And one of the things that came up is some people want more time for discussion and questions, and some people want less time for discussion and questions. So we had both suggestions. We also had some people asking for translation, into different languages, Tibetan from English and vice versa, and then other people saying that it was taking a lot of time. So we had both. So what we're trying to do is take all of that into consideration and do our very best to take a middle path so that we can meet your needs. But please understand that there's differences within the group about what people need and want, and so we're just doing our very best to balance those things, balance the discussion with the activities, with helping people understand what is going on as well with language translation. So thank you for your patience and your understanding with that, and please know that we're doing our best to meet your needs. Okay, that said, now we are ready for the next activity.
So I'm sure most of you know this activity. We have, I think, done it when we were younger, when we were in school. So this is a kind of spoon and marble activity. And each one of you will get a spoon and a marble. And the idea is for you to put the marble in your spoon and then walk, right? But the goal is not to drop the marble, right? So we will do this twice. The first time, you can take your time, right? And then put the marble in the spoon and in your mouth. Hopefully, I don't know how mindful I am, but let's see. Give me a big round of applause. So you will walk from one side of the room to the other, and you can take your time, right? So this, I think, is, when we are cultivating attention, we have time and we are, able to focus, and, we were able to keep our mind on the object. But then in life, that is not always the case, right? A lot of the times we have to rush here and there. So, I have to catch a bus, or I have to, get to my class in time. I don't have much time. So this is the second part. So in the second, part of the activity, we want you to keep this marble in the spoon and then walk fast, right? As though you have to rush some place. And then, the idea is, to keep the marble in your spoon, even though you're rushing. Okay? This one has a spoon. So that the chegoni ra chik de that tuma shan khale gale khomba ja masa che che and niba di na lo la khomba jo ko ja ko ja ne phe ko re. It might be nice to put some chairs in between.
Obstacles.
Okay, so they're going to race.
How was the activity? Did you like it? Was that fun? Wow. Okay. That's good. That's good. So let's take a minute to just reflect. What is the point of this activity? What do you call it? Number two. Concentration. That's great. Yeah, to be careful. Be careful. You know, the heedfulness. Balancing of body, emotions. That's great. Mindfulness. That's great. Technique. To master the technique, how to keep the marble on the spoon. That's also true. Learning by doing. Yes, this is very hands-on. That's true. To have fun? Yes, yeah. I think that children particularly would love having fun. That's true. What else? So that's like balancing of how much focus you put. Also, if you put too much focus, you might be more kind of anxious and might mess up with the activity. So, but if you are too relaxed, that might not work. So balancing, having the proper balance, that's very true. Tanda jeko di thone thanya that guming di tan drebe thanya sabak mangbochi jongso adela te pyoge nala karela kore dela pana being careful tet kare insare sabsa cheva super lulemba that could chika gomdan drebe thanya ina kare reti bayo cheva bayo temba Bayo Bacheva, Sabzab Cheche, Chicheti, Sober Lunan Basumuda, Bayo. Then, Niba Taptan Shera Ingere, the Yena Sem Chechiba, because things in Mipa Teba, Rabachu to Teba. That the Yola Kariguare, and that Densha Temba da, Sheshin, that is a sum. Then the Sheshin Bawe Ombo Gonam Kuntu Tam Senate Atishagi Sumanation, Temba, Sheshin Bayo. Temba City Tamba, mindfulness. Sheshin City, the introspective awareness could go are monitoring awareness, meta awareness. Science get Nala Tanya di meta city, that goes above awareness. Sheshin do juba, Susola Karichumadi, shaking get low, Tella, Sheshins, that could then a Gompapu and a Gompapu of Hakoa. Do not do what Sheba. Sheshin, the Chara Sene, the Sheshin, Tomar Yunde Chara Chewa Chigarwa. That the monitor chat, Chara Chess at the monitor chat. Monitors Cheva Gone Sheshin Tembu war, Sheshin sounded that. That's how you increase or enhance your ability to notice what's happening, whether in your own body, your feelings or thoughts, emotions. When you learn, you have to, from time to time, deliberately, actively reflect, check in, or monitor what's happening. So in that way, you develop the ability to have this meta-awareness, to know what's happening without necessarily, effortfully or deliberately checking or the monitoring from time to time. That Sheshin said, Toma, Gomgo did some Barba to Charaches, Sumutua, Sheshin. That Rimbe Cheneko Gom Tamba Chick Chedunian Charachemo Boa. And it was all that's the Kazan answer Chegocha and La Toa Damitawa. What I'm saying. Danashin Sonyon, that the Semyon Damida Yoina, that could Sem Yona, in or shit. Or those that imagine it got home to the Tamba Nangi, those young they were there. Then the Tamba home to Tamba Chara, Chebuara. So that's great. This we learned So this has to do with attention, in whatever, attention. To have better attention. For students, this would be not only for students, for anyone, having a more robust and clear attention, a sustained attention is very good, because if you don't have attention, students may not even finish their homework, may not be there with you when you are teaching them, if their mind is not present there, if their mind is wandering, right? Or if they fall asleep, or just daydream without even realizing, they can't do any learning. But that's true, not only for learning, it's true for any activity. When you are walking, if you just walk without any paying attention, you might fall into some kind of hole or like that. Or if you are driving, you can get into accidents. But in life also, when you are interacting with each other, the most important part is that if you are not aware of what kind of impulses that you are having, what kind of emotions, what kind that manifest in sensations that change our physiology. If we are not aware of that, then you have no way to regulate and manage those emotions. So therefore, in the C learning, you have attention and self-awareness. One of the first components, right? And in the awareness dimension, right? And the second sumyawa, that 3 dimensions: awareness, then compassion, engagement, right? That awareness, right? Shepherd, and Jamning Cheche. Then, Jorwa, Talela Juxu, Roal. What is it? Awareness, Tambo Guadi, that should get Cheshire, the technical ethics, and the Chusuta, Devajavati, Carreras, the number Nangi, Sem Matua, Dramadachi join, and dig one to Sone and Choba, Nyambala Joyong. That if you are experiencing, if you are under the control of various emotions, and if you have no, awareness of what's happening, what you are feeling, what kind of emotions are kind of brewing in your own mind or in your system, then you have no way to manage it. But one way that you can become aware of what emotions may be arising within you is by way of noticing the sensation that correlate, that are the signals of those emotions. But if I feel irritated, I may feel tightness in my chest or the shoulders, or maybe even jaws might clench, like that. So that's the reason that we teach self-awareness, that bringing awareness into our own body, into our own sensations, feelings. The purpose of that is that so we can have better awareness of our own emotional unfoldings or reactions, and instead of becoming victim of that we can actually do something about that. So there is an image, actually, I don't know if you can pull it immediately. The metaphor used is like a little spark and the forest fire. When the emotions unfold, of course, sometimes they may come very strongly, but often the various events may trigger some kind of irritation, some kind of emotions, and that may arise without us consciously being even aware of that. I'm getting irritated, this third person is making irritated, and like that, just it arises like a little spark, impulse. But if you are not aware of that, that the signals that the body gives of those irritations and the anger or the fear or the worry and like that, then those emotions can eventually grow and become big flames, like the forest fires. So it's much easier to put out when it is a spark than when it has become forest fire. It will take so much effort and so much resources to put it out. But by the time it has become a forest fire, then it would have caused a lot of casualty also, like in our body, for our relationship. So that's why attention, the purpose of attention is manifold. Of course, that if you take from the Buddhist perspective, to lead to very intense and clear understanding of the most profound realities and like that. But let's set that aside for now in the secular context. The very purpose of attention is, if it becomes more strong and clear, then we can catch ourselves when we get those emotions by noticing our sensations. And with the self-awareness, then comes the self-regulation, that we can then learn to how to regulate, how to, at least to create a gap, pause, that when we notice, instead of just running with it or letting it grow, there are different strategies, different antidotes. The nyampo, the taulam, dramingi tonet, tinegi chik, the nyongsotan de suchunga de ngoswaina, that illa dotab. So tanti indi tangbut tige chushidi chik temba katsura the sem chik se chik pasana the yi chik mikba kawat teva ina the chiran chik pa kono ngua marela the chiran chik shane gomya yara se chik pa komti ko gomne te apocha inde tamba chik yu karela ina shambala maya wa chi jawa thamjala juktuwa dos yongwa so tanti indi Egypt, attention to go to the Gachim Bush. I can't say the Shineta, say the Tabatu, Gomsati, Egypt, the yields attention. Now, how do you cultivate attention? When attention, for what purpose do you, when in this activity, when you are doing, why did we need attention, that in the present? Because if we did not have, that you would have dropped the marble, you will not be aware. But in order to have the attention present, what do we need? We need it to be mindful. Empathy, the good standard penet, and the shadow tit, the Natumangala Shaguti, that Jambati Digala, Yomache, Tempache. Di Yola, that Miba Shambala Yotovaina, and it is Musum Kenki, Shashin Chikubar, Jarach, Genetish, good Sem Miba Dene Yawaina, Yamahaku. Yanji put Fadin Yotoch and Nisho to Chevaina, because Mik did 6 pound a month, Lolochava, Hakukin, Lotava. What they have got to somebody Dilla Papani could Nyapotengo water. Could Yawaina, Yawamusum, Sukuya. And if some Shataki Mampawaina, Chip Pantoro died to the dozen, Chick Mibotella and Timgoya. That did dig him up and Annie, which is mean down by a Alangua, the Damita, Ganchet, Ni Liguena, Ni Sangueta, Miwa, Yanwaina, Musum Sukuya. Della Shishin said meta awareness. Shishin said it go water. Chadandi Indu, that the pet is on the Puguchunjun, the pet is to get on each other. What about teachers? The teaching in first grade, actually, the 5-year-old kids, when they explained about the emotions through this metaphor, one of the kids raised his hand, a 5-year-old kid, 5 or 6 years, and he said that I have so many forest fires in my life right now. Can you imagine that awareness of many emotions, big emotions that he was struggling with, perhaps because of the trouble at home or whatever is happening. But that self-awareness is the step, and then to figure out what to do. person did to Nepenat, Zinda Loftish, Loftish again, Nisha, Zinda Tambuki Pugula, Tambot Nibata Lotuta, another to Chavala. They told Netan, I just could Suso Ranguranche, get Namshati Sopa, Teshik Cap, or did Majoina, Mejeta, Nagi Mechache, take your Mamboyo Muyovata. Chungdune, most Suntuaina, Telani, Chick Talam, Damingitonico. Dr. you are the station to share and do Puchun check it like what can it? That is any better name, it's another, but Shinagi met in a mambo, Nagi met than a mambo use, mambo part use, Chichi. I could hang Shambuchi, Yavati, touch or watch as I did so giving most more to a package, chat. So then they get that country, Jolamia Poyala, Simgu do go, Simgu do good to somebody. Similar to that now Namtola Soban Yonsor Kari, Kantakasha, Moswa, Chetty, Tamboredwa. Chadapena, Kazangi, Jogoya, what and the resourcing, tracking, I need grounding in area, then the Hanashi shift and stay. Roa, the Kazan and the Twinke, call it Joya Chiche, then it tracking to call it the Lula. Leisure chair, that's right. Then a shift part make a pure. And a stay city, Peggy, Jotua, Netua. This is didn't do a child do me do. Do you see the connection here? You know that ground tracking. If children can learn tracking and if they can practice, they get better at noticing their sensations related to various emotions, like that. Then, noticing is the first step. That if you do notice, you do want to then shift, right? Disengage, right? So, when a control with the negative, to young the Guyana, that take up the love of the Kanangin all the enemy, let's six to love share, and it's a gamble gat and time in the young Yankayana. Then I put me what you pop in a shambala yambo war, what a shamal chile. What did do it to a sati and shambal to a sati, Miss Shambaya, control like a shambachik, some local, and I had to go to share to Amado Mara. They my oila, chick this, chick some pop chicken. The pen, Nangsha, this another shower, and I to put chungdun it, take a come to some geta, this is share or lamin natural sobatan. This is the twinken said it pet the rapti direction. But that day in a check poo it didn't tell you such a god at the pen. I can't remember shit with some the chawayena. Mambo chicket the Rashu give it some shit, younger. The resource said so similar shit taken. Some like Mount and a chick, some sort of subota, Mateva to Sionitamba. That's some logic. Danza chick, social shit, just like some logic down to Vayena. And they told us some Shawayena, and I got some Mati Mashiva to say Ma she, Supertonaina, Tagara, Shite, those lay war. Chatan did Pugu, Chungin, Pugu that sent out another Samalola did. The naked chick said, Shawayena, the Katina, but the social Madeva, you among Borba. What did let it among Mersuaina, Lamsa, so Lama Punjo in that, so Tampache, so that. I need that and the Shifama in that, then that chicks did Sunny away in any good chicks. And then the Shimpachula, so what I read and the Somamuchi Johnson Casa, the resource that we had many resources. So that's what the main purpose of this, you can see how it relates to what we did yesterday. When it comes to ethics, informing our actions or the decisions that we take in life, if those actions are to be meaningful, constructive, helpful, not harmful, they have to be informed by our inner emotions, inner mental states. If we don't have any control over emotions, destructive emotions can take over. So that's why the first order of things here is to how can we cultivate an ability to be calm. How can we develop the ability to calm ourselves when there is a chance that we may get into that high zone. Or when the things are going rough, become so depleted, so hopeless that we become so depressed, get stuck into the low zone. For that, to recognizing and shifting to some resource and be able to stay there. That is very important, and that tracking helps. And in some cases, if nothing comes to mind, you can bring it right now to your own body, this feeling where you are standing, how you're feeling, if you lean against the wall, or to see some colors, or take some sip of water, that what it feels like. These are all bringing the attention right here from whatever is stirring our mind, to disengage from that, to come to something that is perhaps something pleasant, or at least neutral. That is the heedfulness, mindfulness, and awareness, introspective awareness, monitoring awareness, meta awareness. That shishin meta awareness, monitoring awareness, introspective awareness. Tanya kare pecho tawa ina kanta shishin seyadi susu la chik sampai yengwa ina re chik sowa tamida chungwa ina re kare chungwa ina kap kaula kare di ngosum tuwa di chik di shishin ge che ondu di chik gogo are tempa gogo are ani bayo situ sasab cheya ta denda tempa shishin bayo sundu pe gechimbo chayu gyo ta di chayati mise nalola tadi dagas de tanda shedo de tumagala shayata maimba mise nalola de temba da sheshin se de pegechimo chayati pesha chikshaina de genduma number 2 de logu de kingare de genla number 2 shamba to ya resung ge makamba yowa ina yenti dunde shuba ina pena de lungchine yongore chumden de git doe kola ta dela de sungo sati rabjon gelon nabato la somba ta de sungsati de yende ta chutim ta ngato chucho sena de chulam sambo sena ta de to gendo bala su dan de chutim mangbochi nane chikte ta ko chik chapa wando madoya de gogo arwa ta pena sabatu chik gelong yimbaina femela chapata ate ta dingo ma so dige wando doa ina rembe ani ko domba chik shoya ta deni ki nyanga yuntu ta dige chim dela temba da shishin tembe ko ne domba sungoya de ta page chik chabelam lo ju yuntu dene do ko ya ta de dongo de dung suela tanda de rel khorke ta ready kheba chik ta ani daken that like keba mini denturche that daken te dadi dula but the duk chucha ani dadi poba ina ready keba tela ko sheba tachoba che dus that de unde tamba konye that ko chika dentur senare tamtin dus che unde tamba record kente keda chene nima nisum khate chik phat konzo dorwa ina but that le unde tamba pa che 수수단에 포마주가 주도스 연대 레실라 단다 다켄 디바타코 이탄 이 체네 다다 주 샴바지 때나 마등에 다견네 다 거사니 즉 야프토 사마레 삼바 도시 연대 아니 과인게 다 모셴바 제 부만 넘버 자마실라 데스칸서닝 아니 데 덴더체 데다 그 미람데라 그 미기 통사데라 쇼아스 베 사프레 캡처 베 쇼아스 라체 제와데 그래서 전에 산이들 혼자 다 터서 주도 담아대니 보면 담아대 포겔래 되니 단다 레지케바 그 다데 또 용한테 공사들 딱고 다 바까기가 있어도 파라질 그 민파티 포게 보면 남바 담아대 나라치 어텔래 언제 담아 나가나라 그 미때 손에 네데 담아 테넷 그 다켄디게 아니 고갑대 돈에 다 캡시 다디 포인트 또 말이네. 다그 시루고 그래. 어치데 담바다 그 데트라버래. 다니 다이 메시데스. 된다 시신냐 베세스. 대신 로단 덴베미 denda sheshin temper chas. Did labja. Danda did cup to did that Dosha tell at war that did Chatala, that suitim say the Tamato, chick Jawa Sangula, Joyata, Nyambale Toya, Derva, Nyambat, Nishu Tomba, and chick Sambola Joya, get that catch Sambola Joya. But they did saw the thing on the land, but Della chick Jawa Nyambala Joya gate. Nyomo senate tangan nang gesem tu ko long ke mangwo chi yote tamba da sheshi mantem ba yena tin data bu tene pat ko check michi gi chik tu bula waina de dana shin le ngore cause ale samlo khawaina ale ta ti chi gungsen chi saja kibo chi la khala shimbo tene chi yo sang te de samat sam ge yan de la cha chi ko yen do ya ta tamen da ta ti mangwo chi yong do a o de damba ten se se de kususu ge langja karet chik jawa sangpo inare kodit dit dambala sha anen dorgo yati dorja yimbati dambala sha hote ti chik sha to bayina ta dene gi ken te yonte tamba sheshin gi hago ina o ne yesem de ta ti de wang du du do asan sa hago bayina ani doktab she tu ware jadande yonte dambata shin de la yang bayo ten se yati but sabsab che gwadi khar san chik that kana daken ta wish the ready can give again that thinking the but subsection being but te che ta to check by the carson khwane tang to me to te by the carson sabsab mache che ko nawa yang che to che na da gyap te ani ko shido shi ke che do de na shin ngam me chen na la kem mang ba chi ke ta ngam sabsab che che ko do ba di khare imba lang ba di khare ba ti chi sabsab che che to ma che wa yena ani jamba ta shin yong tu wa ma then Damba the Shinshi then bio said it that the hatefulness said it by getting bio to Tine, the Bame achievements. The so Nashi bio chill me get the Bame without the cheese or the negative Sonia. Tagi, yet under the share the Pena Crystal get the Shadi Zindan Nalo, Titan that is Sumar than yet. Tawathone ko te principle dan de sort ani shu ko ate khare number 2 de che kunne ge bomba de lapshi te so ge bomba te ge chimbo khande yamba de test chi to la nya wa ina anje ko te chulo ma te sanche pe de lopta na la lapshi na la ke yonde ta ma te nangcho den genda done nangcho dona me wa cha me yo sene de ne ge ya na ma yo ha ta ani chi ko number 2 ge thone pa the look to sola that it is a suzu rishunala namsha to gebo shushavati yuti dela dona savalea ta siksachi moto and kabachi umre samje dosta ga yete tes the desertes go with the tissue by the injitola that the nazuchi the duduchi shuchawachi. So this is a story that is told by the Buddha. It conveys the very essence of what it means to be mindful in life, how you can maintain your focus on any given task, if you will. In life, in the context of ethics, if we think of ethics as our engagement through our body, speech, and mind in activities that promote well-being and refraining from activities that cause harm, then it's important to be aware that what leads us, what compels us to engage in harmful action. Those are certain risky emotions that can become risky. So in order to know what those risky emotions are, it's important, as we discussed yesterday, all those techniques yesterday about resourcing, tracking, very important to learn about sensations, because sensations are the signals of the different emotions. When you feel irritated, there are certain emotions in the body you feel, like tightening of the chest or the clenching of the jaws and so forth and so on. So that's why the tracking becomes important if you learn. And then shifting, that when you are aware that there are certain emotions arising, if you are able to shift, but in order to shift, you need to be aware, So when you shift, then you need to come to something that will calm you, or at least neutral. That is, and by shifting there, if you can stay there long enough, it will help you calm. And then with a calm mind, you can engage in activities more meaningfully, more constructively and effectively, and like that. So to do that, being mindful, that maintaining what is important, in order to maintain what is important in your awareness, in your mind, we need to know that what is at stake if we are not aware of, if we fail to recognize this, or to keep in mind certain aspects of life that are important. If we don't do that, then what is at stake? And how do we recognize when our mind, wanders off to things that can derail us in life, and that is the introspective or the meta-awareness. So this story of the archer and the swordsman, it's in in one of the Vinaya sutras on the ethics by the Buddha. It's the story of a swordsman and archer. They are competing, except that archer's arrows are dipped in deadly poison, and if he manages to, strike his arrow on the swordsman will die for sure. And so they compete for several days. The point is that the archer is getting kind of discouraged because he is not succeeding. So he comes up with some kind of scheme to have someone come to distract his attention. So next day, as they are competing, when the swordsman's attention goes to this person and remains stuck there, the archer finds a way to strike this arrow, and then as the swordsman is dying, this is what he says: I'm not killed by my opponent, but by the lapse of mindfulness and monitoring awareness. Therefore, a wise person must rely upon mindfulness and introspective awareness. So that's what I think important. The process for cultivating attention and self-awareness, if you will, it is most clearly illustrated in this Shine Peri. That this is the illustration of shamatha, shine, calm abiding. That is what the attention is. The shine. If you just think that the attention, when it is cultivated at its, fullest capacity, Je Tsongkhapa, he talks about how something similar want you to give out this. Shanamyo ri one pushings. Tana give me bakun shoes. Listen, let's room in Devatens. Right? Then did Karada Naming Tajum. Things in Gundu dance, Chechetus. The thing is that Yilet sends Mipal stage to Shatweg, never do it. They don't know, but the nature to me on the similar one you can give out our rest, but got Chadan Loso, Karijuan, and they want to Mason, Takakana down in Chetware. Migo Chilla shall I not Takana re one but Rick Gavonash, but Temposhene. That way. Anjik put Chilla but Pusuto Shaman, but Tawaina, Chick Chawa Karela Juaina, remember Machova Chenet, Takakana, Tarchasu, Dotuke. How about the lesson there were the little simple the lesson what you but the listen Shinjas. Then get on the Nuchogi psychology la flow in a Chixigua flow when you are in flow. Flow into Tambalega Karachewa in a bet Kale Meva. Just saw Meva Tawichin bad Yapu do to water, but an illusion chicken at the Semoteke in that. Did you little something they were shush on the water? So then they didn't that thing at the Shumovache, that number took the kangaroo, that shifted to the tower, because some thing on took is something lunch and the picture, and then but the top of the picture, and it Shishin said, and it is Jaku, the Jaku ticket, so the Shishin said, Gom Kakin Characheva, the Characheti, Yamaina, and it got to duel Jaku or to lunch and to Guella. Or the same su Guella, or didn't dig a page out. That is a Sunday member at the Met and the Sugi Tundra, Netanashi, and the but you toward chicken is sensory distractions chicken kita ko chik data rota ani chik sola sobata tenet and tela sobata ani ombonga ki hode ganta rembation is sem duthap dinala to somati ti ke chim chidi still learning nala attention the self awareness you have to decola le ngore tandi number 2 ke te chik sewa chi na ro na
Tuwa didi, ena anzu namju kadam be lama zu suya china, anzu sem di migewe chol dodi, ani khala chik babdo thula tiwa nashi tugres. Gewe chol dodi, ani pungu lala tiwa nashi res lani sungu yora. Ta nga tawa chasa nga ra pingya pugu nyi nyamdo nga dedi gyo. Chasa ani konzo dawa cha pugu chung chung dizu, ani pena cartoon temu dinde temba. Dinde tsemu tseya, dinde la konzo pet sem sugni. Cartoon dizu chuzu warta tuda. Ngazu pama dizu inaya pugu tsugu deya chidila, ani mobile nalo la, ani dinde kala temu cartoon dinde tensha na konzo tachi dedi da, ani pama koranza lega lolo chi che tuga yora, indi chigidwa. Chisa pugu cartoon dinde taya da, ani tsemu tsesa tina, ani khala wara, konzo bed attention di yagu yo tinge, kanga yo dewa che. Tadi attention di chikpa chikya ngazu khawal gogu yore, sheyo ngal gora. Lobzon chidu gogu yore ta ngazu pugu la. Di pama samal dewa yore. Tadi pugu lobzon che thep loya dangle tigur la na nyopta che di attention di lero chiwa mara da. Ta di attention di chikpa chikya chi ngazu phagele ya potuya. Pena chajan dana ngazu da activities nangzo. Thoma gala diji ti pu di tsemu rang nawa do cheche konzu gi attention tigre samgu ngara sem pu gi te jora konzu gi ta themba te da ta da ting ine di attention di chibu chi jang azu pha ku guro kha ku gore lobjong gala ku gore she gala ku gora ti ku dab chela ngara chona do ji kha de la attention di ku ye di mi sol samlo gi passion se ora passions and interest la de dewa shu ji yong ding es puzo tsemze gaw yudu korangshing del thona shu ji le de aje an lobjong je la gaw me du an ko thona ma chi so de ji yong ding es de ji tu je da khanda di pha gyure gi thablam de nge thanda activity di gi shu ji gyur thu re sambe samlo do ji khele mi do ta gishla di gal konsu khare na so ra na
de dembar hel the kana so dembar tenkan the activity the ta special samma to dembar chik yite join chwa de join la the ki pentore ngege samgu to the dembar ta ina ko chik active jego de thone ko sabsab che goya ta ani chik mi ko ko de la tengoya ta ko de sha go ti maje ba chen to ko mi ko de la ma sho ba chen ta ara ne to ya ta ani chik ko gomba ina chik yen la tu min to ko jara che ya ta wa din de la da to ya sam ki che to ma ta te pap pesa ti chik jana de peche ta che ta ko chik mi pat khare ina yong shu go re te ina u jungu ta bo chawa ina peche te ta yakshu chik u jungu thone re pu la la ba ina re te gem ba ina re nang chot la la ti ko chik to do de arwa ta ti pu gi chik page mi pat te tam ma te se ti ko pu gi dona yo me ta ko te la chik ka bo yo me ta yeme yo me te la ra le go cha dan de la de gi che tu chik yön den ta kyen thone yön den 지 소소 가보체가 따뜻해 가보체사 지 종아이나 가보체사 때 연된 통해 통해 가보 용어로 줄럼 상보체와이나 밀라 지 직주고 말라와이나 펜도 가리 유명한데 저 시에도 제바이나 아 직주고 라와데 야고요 사마레 콩도 사와이나 아니 직견 가리 용어도 지 견단데 저지 라토와이나 다고 충분히 가서 계산 페나디 kindness drawing 단데 소요와 어디서 라자네 그 갑자라네 펜도 가려 용도 또 스타체도 소소라 라토바 체네 제가 다가지 셈뇽이나레 줄라미나레 대저 제 펜도 특견단 연된데 제 부글라다 칸데스체네 제 하고 제고고도 다티 다칼레 카셔데 데라 다간제 티 지 페나 롭션 라이나 롭션 제바이나 표현 가려면다 콜라라 부랑게 통주야 아니 지금 마제바이나 그냥 가려요 거예요 티 부랑게 통주야지 다 티지 통와이나 소소 하고 와이나 아니 롭션 제라 듬바 요야다 아니 델 즉 듬바 티티네 아니 좋아 요야 아니 저 대체 저 팬도 연대 좀 맞들 가고 요야 다서 다 가라지 거 안저 레레께 소야 좋아 대체 대 템바를 다제다디 이제 간다 템바다 시신데서 간데스 전에 다그 간저 되게 간저 넘쳐라 남게네 것도 난게 대샤교 나시 마슬 나시 인스고 왔다 sem게 마슬 나시 그 템도 다야래 그 숙체도 다야래 야직 단다 타시에 단데서 렌스 나시 셀도 다야래 어디 되게 탑람 가르레스 지텐체 페나 that tempat ujung utawul chawe na nganso tati kesan de pejet de number so ges goncha de sana la gomgya go to chik songgen signes chi chongsha odi shitting nganso tata de tempat shishi ten chwe de yije gomsenare tanganche tingin sing cause mi batembo che gomela tempat shishi tembe gone kandes che go de tinganso ujung gi tole 두두지 제나 삼소 다이나 단다 쇠자기 두서래서 아주도 주바 근데 알레 쇠제 퍼센샤 아니데 수 페바단 두두 좀 두두지 아니 간서 제고니 봐 털라 페샤나 so Geshe-la point is very true actually we children in particular but all of us also we tend to just spend hours on something that really interests us. If there's no interest, then it loses our attention. That is true. The children can stay with these video games and for hours. That's very true. And the question about whether this marble and spoon activity is really a way to train how to enhance attention. So this activity is not about actually training the attention itself, but it's more to kind of make a point, to connect to what is needed to accomplish a task successfully. So in this case, to keep the attention on the task that is keeping the marble in the spoon, but at the same time, being mindful of that. Mindfulness has to do with keeping that in the spoon, and then applying monitoring awareness to make sure that your feet, your steps are not, going into certain ways that whether it will that will make the marble fall or not. So it's monitoring and adjusting your bodily posture and the spoon position and so forth. So that monitoring can help you kind of adjust the position so that marble can be kept. It's a point. It's about connecting to the need for mindfulness, heedfulness, and introspective awareness. Now, actual practice, probably is better done with some other object of focus. For example, respiration or on breathing. This is something that is quite common. It has been practiced for thousands of years. In contemplative traditions. It's actually happening in the West, in the schools. The mindfulness practices, they do these things in the children. It's actually quite doable, but we need to interest the children, why these are necessary. What kind of benefits will come from having better focus, that impulse control, better attention for learning and all those things. If you can show them the benefits, whatever we see benefits, obviously that piques our interest, and that then we can, the children will be able to engage in those exercises or the activities. But a real task is how to show the benefits of better attention, mindfulness, and this thing. This is not easy. In the West there is a concept called grit. Grit la kari grit. It's a concept in the Western psychology. The grit allows you to, if whatever goal you have, to pursue that without deviating from that, without getting sort of sidetracked. So for students, if it is about finishing their school, high school or whatever, to maintain that, pursue that goal without kind of derailing from that into drugs and to just, getting dropped out, but rather keeping somewhat the focus there. So, but it's not very well understood mechanism there. But in the Buddhist psychology, that in the inner Buddhist science, as you saw in school, there are very clear explanations and mechanisms there. For example, there is something called the lelo. Lelo is not just kind of being have no energy. It can be lelo. It's a jawing and shingle lelo. It's getting sort of stuck in activities that are irrelevant. Or if you think about the Gyawa and Migawa, then. But otherwise, for the study, students to study, jawing and shingle lelo could be that getting, distracted or derailed into activities that are not conducive for you getting, doing studies. So that's also a level. How do you overcome this? And there are very specific steps. The first thing is what is called the deba. But deba is not the faith like the belief, but rather it is the appreciation for what you are pursuing. To do that, you have to see the benefits of that. So the real challenge for us is how to make children become aware that if the studies, that getting good grades or doing learning really has the benefit for them in life, that how can we show that through stories, through examples, and at different age. So that's why we need the different tools and ways to teach students at different age-appropriate activities and class lessons are needed. And C-learning, one of the things that we really benefit from is having developmental psychologists and education psychologists guiding us in these activities, what are appropriate for early elementary level, late elementary level, middle school level, high school level, at least in the West. I think that many of them are equally applicable here in the East as well. So we should probably stop for break. How long? Usual break, okay, that will be, then we will come back at 10:35. Chudan kama sumju songala. Zoya she, ani tanda seja partei, tuche.